I don't ever want to go on the air and skewer a man in such a high position in government until I have got one person after the other who's going to be able to confirm it.
In Program 3 on Ethics in America, we explore the conflict between private interests and public duties. Watch Public Trust, Private Interests.
Tuesday night at 9, here on Channel 2.
I don't suppose you're here to cheer me up.
I just want to get out of here.
A young woman faced with losing her home and family learns about independence.
If this doesn't work, you're out of a job, and you need me too.
American Playhouse presents Stacking.
The drama of American Playhouse, Wednesday night at 8. You're watching KTCA TV, Channel 2.
It takes two.
Because you know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material guy. You know that we are living in a material world.
Excuse me!
Oh, like I'm really sorry. Oh. I was like really into my own head, and I got lost in there.
Good grief.
Really? I'm like, can I get you something to eat or something?
I would love a frozen treat of some sort, but, well...
Do you, like, have a problem?
I'm on a diet.
Bummer. Well, your secret is, like, safe with me, and do not worry, I don't think anyone's going to notice.
Oh, do you think any of these wonderful frozen treats would be good for my diet?
Oh, for sure. We have, like, all of the trendy new stuff. We have, like, Hughes and Fraja Zuber, and, like, Fatuti made with primo Fotus, and frozen yogurt, and frozen fruit juice, and, like, lots of really frozen stuff.
Oh, well, just how many calories does the Hajafruberzaisen have?
Too much. That's Hughes and Fraja Zuber.
Oh.
I'll check. Oh, my gosh. Look. The Hughes and Fraja Zuber has 300 calories per scoop. I did not know that.
Oh, I can't afford 300 calories.
Oh, but they are like primo calories.
Oh, I'm sure they are. But don't you have anything with fewer calories?
Oh, for sure. Mondo lesso. Oh, like the Fatuti, see? Oh, my gosh. The Fatuti has 200 calories per scoop. That's only 2/3 the calories of the Hughes and Fraja Zuber. I did not know that.
Well, Fatuti has fewer calories than the Hughes and Fraja Zuber, but still, it does contain 200 calories.
Does that, like, gross you out?
Mondo. Okay,
how about frozen yogurt? Frozen yogurt has 50% of the calories of the Hughes and Fraja Zuber.
50% fewer calories. Very interesting, but still 150 calories.
Okay, how about frozen fruit juice? It's like low-cal to the max.
According to your chart, frozen fruit juice has about half the calories of frozen yogurt.
All right, lady. Really excellent. 75 calories per serving. So, like, what'll it be?
Oh, I'm so confused. I should have taken Dessert 101 in college.
Oh, really? I did. And I, like, got an incomplete. Oh. Totally bummed me out.
Oh, don't you have anything less fattening than 75 calories?
Yeah, like, for sure, but, like, frozen ice.
Wonderful! No calories! Oh, I love Italian ices.
Well, it isn't exactly Italian ices, but it's like low-cal to the max. Like 1 cube or 2.
Tessellations. sensations. Ooh, tessellations. Who's got time for good vibrations? We got to use our imaginations. Ooh, bop, bop, ooh, tessellations. Let's decorate my surfboard with geometric shapes and lines. We can use a few polygons. We're gonna make it look so fine. We can start by drawing a grid. We'll use it as a guide. And when we're done, we're gonna have some fun. We'll hit the waves and ride, 'cause we're talking about tessellations. Ooh, tessellations. Geometric shape sensations. Ooh, tessellations. Who's got time for good vibrations? We've got to use our imaginations. Ooh, bop, bop, ooh, tessellations. Let's use a grid of squares to tessellate this plane. We'll lay down different polygons. The shapes don't need to be the same. We'll line them up edge to edge so all the sides will meet. We'll leave no gaps, no overlaps. Look at how the pattern repeats. Yeah, we're talking about tessellations. Ooh, tessellations. Geometric shape sensations. Ooh, tessellations. Who's got time for good vibrations? We've got to use our imaginations. Ooh, bop, bop, ooh. Come on and put a square here. And put an octagon there. And when they fit real tight, we'll know we're doing it right. Yeah, yeah. We're talking about tessellations. Ooh, tessellations. Geometric shape sensations. Ooh, tessellations. Who's got time for good vibrations? We've got to use our imaginations. Ooh, bop, bop, ooh, tessellations. We're making tessellations.
Hello, Dirk Niblick of the Math Brigade. Could it be? Yes, it could. It's the mother of me. Why are you calling Mommy Dearest? It was either that or go to the dump and slug rats. I see. You've learned another mathematical truism? What is it? If you add up the digits of any whole number, yes. And the sum is divisible by 3, yes, then the number you started with is divisible by 3. By gosh-a-roonies, I think you're right. Let's try it. We'll take the number 216, add the 2 and the 1 and the 6, and we get 9. 9 is divisible by 3. Therefore, 216 is divisible by 3. 216 divided by 3 is 72. You say it works every time. Well, I find that hard to believe. Would you lie? Of course not. That means that 3 is a factor of any number whose digits add up to a number which is divisible by 3. Yes, it sure is a good thing to know, Mommy Dearest, because, as we all know, mathematics is a lazy person's sport. It gets things done. No, I'm not saying you're a lazy person, mother of me. Well, mother, let me just say you're something else. Keep working on your number crunching, mother darling, and I'll get back to what I was doing. Killing time.
Time for the game show where all the answers come from you, kids at schools all over the country. Time for Piece of the Pie. Thank you. I'm Reggie Cathy, and this is Piece of the Pie. And now I'd like to introduce you to the host of our show, the guy who's straight out of the oven, Mr. Pie, Chris Franco.
Boy, and it was getting hot in there. It's good to be here with y'all. Welcome to Piece of the Pie. I'm Chris Franco, and I'd like to introduce my friend, the guy who sings "There's no business like dough business," the Pied Pie Man himself, Arthur Howard!
Chris, you know what this is?
No.
It's a little slice of life. I'll be back there.
You'll be back there. All I want is a little peace of mind. Thank you, Arthur. Well, we're going to have a terrific game today, and I'd like to introduce our contestants right now. On this side, we have Gabriella. Welcome, Gabriella. And playing on her team will be Janetta. And their team captain, put her there, Clifton. Ladies and gentlemen, the red team playing today on Piece of the Pie. Good luck to all of you. And their formidable competitors are Ashante. And seated next to Ashante, we have Renee, Ashante, and they're going to partay with their team captain, Jeffrey. Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow team, welcome. Welcome to Piece of the Pie. We're going to have a terrific, terrific game. This is how we play. We send questions to students all over the country. Now, it's your job to try and guess their top 5 answers to one of those questions. Now, when you get one answer right, you'll get a piece of the pie for that answer's percentage, and we'll post it right here on the pie chart. The first team, red or yellow, that gets more than 50% of the pie wins the game. Okay, now should you get stuck on an answer, you may call one huddle per game, all right? And that's where your teammates will get together with you and come up with one terrific team answer. Reg, are you there?
Sure am, Chris.
Please tell us about today's bar chart.
Glad to, Chris. We asked kids at Tavan Elementary School in Phoenix, Arizona, to name your favorite musical instrument. They gave us 8 different answers. It's your job to tell us the top 5 answers on today's Piece of the Pie. Remember, name your favorite musical instrument. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, the question is, name your favorite musical instrument. We asked this of elementary school children in Phoenix, Arizona. The yellow team won the toss, which means Ashante, we want to hear our first answer from you. What do you think the kids at Tavan Elementary School might have answered?
A piano.
A piano. Very good, for 20 percentage points. And the yellow team goes on the board. We're going to put a 20 percentage piece right here on the chart. Thank you very much, Arthur. We're going to move over here to Gabriella on the red team. Do you play any musical instruments, Gabriella?
Not really.
Not really. Well, what do you think the kids might have answered as to their favorite musical instrument?
Clarinet.
A clarinet? Ooh, I'm sorry. No, that's one of my favorites. Now, it doesn't mean it wasn't a incorrect answer. It just means it wasn't amongst the top 5. Okay, we move over to Renee. Hi, Renee.
Hi.
You like music?
Yes.
Okay, well, we're looking for a favorite musical instrument. What do you say?
Saxophone.
Saxophone. Excellent answer for 16 percentage points. The yellow team is leading with a 36 percentage point lead, as is demonstrated by our pie chart here. We're going to go to Janetta on the red team. Maybe the red team will score right here with Janetta's answer. What do you say, Janetta?
Drums.
Drums. Excellent answer, 22 percentage points. 20. It's a duet. We've got piano, saxophone, and drums. Terrific. Both teams are in the game, and we're going to Jeffrey, the team captain. Okay, Jeffrey, we're looking for an answer. What do you think the kids in Phoenix, Arizona said that their favorite musical instruments were?
Trumpet.
Trumpet. Ooh, I'm sorry, not one of the top 5 answers. We go to the team captain of the red team, Clifton.
The guitar.
The guitar, 15 percentage points. This is terrific. We now have 36 for the yellow to 37 for the red. Either team could win, and there is, I believe, only one correct answer left. We are going to Ashante on the yellow team. This could win it for the yellow team. Let's hear her answer.
The flute.
The flute wins the game. That was the last answer. That was the best answer. Oh, that's right. You win the game. Oh! You win the game. The balloons, Arthur, me, the confetti, everything. You play the balloons? Play the balloons. There's lots of them left. Listen, they got everything, Arthur. They got flute, drums, piano, saxophone, and guitar. And the last answer, which Ashante gave, was the most popular answer with 27 percentage
That's what
points.
I call a real symphony.
That is a real symphony. Listen, congratulations, Red Team. You played a terrific game. And for being with us today on Piece of the Pie, you each win one of these Square One sweatshirts that you'll get to go home and play an instrument in, perhaps. Really, give yourselves a round of applause. Renee, Ashante, and Jeffrey, you get this Square One sweater, which you'll get to take home, each one of you. Well, listen, thanks for playing with us today on Piece of the Pie. I'm going to all see you real soon. Thank you. See you all next time. Bye-bye.
Good thing. Very good job.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Great game.
3 halves is the same as 1 and 1 half. And that's more than 1. Boy.
Miss Weatherby doesn't know she's on our hidden camera.
I have acquired a headache. The sensation is not unlike the playing of 3 kettle drums in a compact car. Boom-ba, 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 boom, boom, boom. You get the idea.
It sounds like a data headache.
I have acquired a data headache.
Mm-hmm. Too much information and no way to organize it.
Corporate profits are numbers to be reckoned with, I know, but every once in a while they make me very, very ill.
Will you try a line graph?
A line graph?
Mm-hmm. A quick, easy way to organize and display data.
I will try it.
Line graph. Just one of the many tables, charts, and graphs available to you anytime, anywhere. When in doubt, chart it out.
The pounding is gone. I'm overjoyed. By putting information on a line graph, I can clearly see how my company's profits change over time.
Will you use line graphs in the future?
I certainly will. And thank you for your help. Now, what can you suggest for Ring Around the Collar?
Mathman, your mission is to eat only percents that are more than 1/2. When you encounter a number, you'll have until the count of 3 to make your decision. And beware the evil Mr. Glitch. He will eat you if you are wrong.
Mathman, 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 Mathman.
What is it?
Greater than 1/2. Yeehaw! Mathman, Mathman, Mathman. Greater than 1/2. Mathman, 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 Mathman. Oh, yes.
Lucky rascal.
Hee-hee. Mathman, 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 Mathman. Yep. Oh. No, no.
Now I'm going home for a chance to glitch.
The story you are about to see is a fib, but it's short. The names are made up, but the problems are real.
It was Wednesday, 9:43 a.m., and the new rock group Hamlet's gang had sold so many tickets that traffic was backed up from the Greek Theater to Mann's Chinese. I was working the day watch out of Mathnet. The boss is Thad Green. My partner is George Franklin. My name is Monday. I'm a mathematician. Cars, thousands of cars, were being stolen in the greater Los Angeles area. It was a problem of great magnitude. Our job, solve it. In order to do so, we needed facts. Plenty of facts. We decided to look at a few scenes from yesterday's show to check things out.
Kate, if people in LA are losing their cars at the rate of about 10,000 a month, they must be replacing them. I mean, nobody in LA walks.
What do you mean?
I mean, car sales would figure to be up.
We needed an expert, and we decided to talk with LA's leading car dealer, the flamboyant Art Fraud. He told us his sales were up, way up.
Any idea where these stolen cars might be going, Art?
Not really. The chop shops are out of business, so that's out. I guess they might be being shipped out of the country to points south and sold down there, but I don't know anything about it.
After leaving Art Fraud Motors, we got an unusual bit of information.
Monday.
Mathnet, 3 more complaints about LAPD tow-away.
What are the complaints?
Nobody can find the cars.
After our visit with Art Fraud, we thought that the cars might have been shipped out of the country by sea and decided to investigate our theory at Long Beach Harbor.
So, you're in charge here, sir?
Yep, I'm Chief Warfinger.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Warfinger.
My name isn't Warfinger. I am a Warfinger.
A wharfinger is a man who controls a wharf, George.
Martha once thought she spotted a double-breasted wharfinger in our backyard.
George.
It was near our tree.
What can I do for you landlubbers?
I love it when they talk nautical.
Chief, we're investigating the disappearance of hundreds and hundreds of cars from the greater Los Angeles area. Is it possible that 20,000 cars could have been shipped out of this harbor?
Well, blister my barnacles if it doesn't happen all the time.
Boatloads of cars?
Swab my cargo net if it don't. You know, a ship can carry up to 6,000 cars over the Bound in Maine.
So to move 20,000 cars...
You'd need, let's see, 6,000 goes into 20,000, 3 times with 2,000 left over, so you'd need 3 1/3 ships. Well, 4 ships to be safe.
Gussy up my gunnels if you wouldn't.
So it would be possible.
Yep, but not without my knowing it.
You know everything that comes through this harbor?
A pirate on a peg leg couldn't get in or out of these docks without this old sea dog's ears pricking up.
You're on top of everything?
In the crow's nest.
So the missing cars couldn't have been shipped out of here in the past 2 months?
Absolutely not. If you think those cars were shipped out of here, you're sliding down the wrong bowsprit.
What about a supertanker? How much weight can they carry?
A big oil tanker can carry 300,000 tons.
The cars average about 3,000 pounds.
3,000 times 20,000 is 60 million. There are 2,000 pounds in a ton. The cars would weigh 30,000 tons.
But supertankers carry liquid. Cars are solid. Those ships are not outfitted to carry solid cargo. And like I said, I know everything that comes in and out. And nothing like that happened. Blast my ballast if it did.
Thank you, Chief.
We'll let you get back to your hobby. How long you been at it?
Over 50 years, man and boy.
Wow. How many ships have you built in bottles in all that time?
I don't build them.
Oh?
People bring me bottles that some swab jockey put a boat in, and I take it out.
I see.
Yeah, in my lifetime, I probably salvaged 1,500 bottles.
Uh-huh.
You know, a bottle ain't good for much with a boat on the inside of it.
I guess not. Thanks for your help, Chief.
$1,501.
We were certain that the cars hadn't been shipped out of the country, but to make sure, George checked the airports.
Very good. Thank you. Well, they weren't flown out, Kate. The largest cargo plane available could carry 40 cars. That means to carry 20,000 cars, you'd need 500 flights. Air traffic control would have picked that up, and they didn't.
Monday. Send her in, Steve. It's Liso.
Any news, Miss Monday?
Not yet, Liso.
Hi. I've done some checking on the official records reports. Looks like more people have seen cars being towed away and not turning up at an impound area.
Just like my mom's car?
Mm-hmm.
Kate, Debbie, I hate to say it, but maybe we've got a rogue cop on our hands. Someone who is using his position as a trusted record driver to steal these cars.
That's possible.
I thought of the same thing, and I checked on these people.
And?
There are about 150 wreckers. All of their drivers have been on the job for at least 3 years, and they have excellent records. They're above reproach.
What if it's not one of them?
We're pretty sure it wasn't, Lisa.
Wait, you mean...
What if someone else has a wrecker?
Yes, and they painted it to look like an official wrecker.
It would take quite a while for one wrecker to steal 20,000 cars.
Maybe it's a fleet of wreckers. I've got an idea.
I had to talk to the chief and lay out my complicated plan. The chief sent out an order for all official records to be taken off the streets for the rest of today and tomorrow, too.
The chief has pulled our records off the streets, and all LAPD cruisers have been told to watch for any towing activity.
So if we see any, we'll know it's some phony wrecker.
Now, let's play What Do We Know?
What do we know?
It's a way of looking at facts. We know 20,000 cars have been stolen in Los Angeles and not recovered.
And we know from all our records that they haven't left the area by sea or air.
And highway patrol records don't show any unusual traffic on the roads.
And we know that some of the cars are new and some are pretty old.
And you think you know how they're being stolen?
Yes, Lisa, but not for sure. George, remember what Art Fraud said in Wednesday's episode?
Sure. He said for 29 cents down and 29 cents a month.
I mean about the stolen cars, what the old and the new had in common.
Oh, right. He said they were all heavy cars.
A lot of cars used to be heavier before the gasoline crisis of 1973, and they got heavier after gasoline got cheaper again.
Remember the charts on models and makes stolen? Heavy cars and trucks? Between 1973 and 1984, auto manufacturers made lighter cars so they would get better gas mileage and be cheaper to operate. What are you getting at, Kate?
It's just a hypothesis, but there are 20,000 heavy cars that someone has stolen. There's not a place to put that many cars without somebody noticing them. So what if the cars aren't being sold as cars?
What else would they be sold as? Planters?
Junk.
Right.
What if they are being sold as scrap metal?
Sure. Lots of times when you trade in an old car, the dealer just sells it to somebody, and that somebody recycles the metal.
Let me make a couple of phone calls to scrap metal dealers.
Good idea, Debbie. In the meantime, George, let's hit the streets and see if we can catch any of those phony wreckers.
Can I help?
You have helped, Lisa.
Come on. We'll give you a ride home.
Mathnet.
This is Monday. Go ahead, Steve.
Kate, we just spotted a possible LAPD wrecker. It was towing a limo.
Great, Steve. Where'd it go?
Don't know, Kate. We lost it in traffic at Crenshaw and Exposition.
Kate, look!
We've got one too, Steve. 10-4. Hit it, George.
%% of Square One TV is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. This program was made possible by grants from the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation, the U.S. Department of Education, and the Carnegie Corporation of New York.
He's a child of the music hall whose father favors alcohol and other women, and whose mother tries to hold the family together. The story